It's Monday morning, the first week of April. Just about 10 minutes to 8, 5 minutes to 8, and this is Qingdao University, Qingdao Science and Technology. This shows all the students on their way to class to get there on time. 8 o'clock class, and they just go like this for hour and hour and hour heading to class.
Hi!
Oh, who said that? Who said that? So, just to get a feel of the students on campus on their way to class. This goes on for like 20 minutes or 30 students heading to class. Unending line. Okay, sophomore, second year, writing. Class 4-1, doing practice exam, practice essay writing. 4. TEM 4, national examination. They're practicing a 200-word essay on how to reduce waste on campus. Hard at work. Second, you look over here, they've just finished writing a 35-minute essay. Don't they look tired? Don't they look worn out? Don't they look like students who've been overworked, for which there is no mercy? Some are still smiling, but not very many. Okay. Look at the camera. All right, this is freshman class, Qingdao Science Technology, class 052. It's spring. It's April the 3rd. We're in class. It's in the morning. Zhao Xing Yao, Zhao Xing Yao, Zhao Xing Yao, Zhao Xing Yao. Good morning, to everyone. I can't see everybody, but I can see most of you. That's all right. Some of you don't want to be seen. That's all right. So when I take this film to America and show them in America, they will know what a freshman class in China looks like. All right. Thank you very much. Auf Wiedersehen. The news.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's news. I'm Ever. I'm Judy. The main contents of today's news are as follows. First Chief Staff quiz.
Sino-Romania deal to strengthen ties.
Strong quick draw Tokyo.
British royalty visits China.
Beauty of Olympic venues goes smoothly.
Clowning about our World Day.
Lots of following and news in detail.
President Hu Jintao and his Romanian counterpart Pearce witnessed the signing of a deal aimed at strengthening cooperation on customer affairs at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing yesterday. Pearce began his 3-day state visit to China on Monday morning in Shanghai. He will meet Premier Wen Jiabao and top legislator Wu Guangguo on March 29th before returning home.
Amid persistent calls for a well for White House shake-up and sinking poll numbers, U.S. President George W. Bush accepted resignation of Chief of Staff Andrew Card and named Administration Inspector Josh Bolton to replace him. Card is the highest-ranking official to depart the White House since Bush calmed down fire from even Republicans thinking to revitalize his struggling team. He will leave on April 14th and return to private life.
Britain's Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, visits Singapore Equestrian Club for the China-British Riding Club National Accreditation Award ceremony held in Beijing yesterday. The Duke of York will spend Fridays in China to promote trade and investment links. This is the Duke's second visit to China.
Strong earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 6.0 jolted the Tokyo area on March 28th evening. There were no immediate reports of remainder and damage. The quake, which struck at 10:33 p.m., was felt most strongly north of the capital. The epicenter of the trauma was about 410 kilometers below the seabed in the Pacific Ocean, south of Japan's mainland of Honshu.
Clouds performed in Madrid as part of an event marking World Science Day on Monday. World Science Day was created in 1961 by International Science Institute, with various national and international science events organized to mark the occasion each year.
Building of Olympic venues goes smoothly. Construction on the Olympic venues is progressing smoothly, with work already underway on 20 of 31 Beijing-based sites for the 2008 Games. A total of 17,000 speakers are being employed at all of the Olympic sites that are under construction. The two main venues of the 2008 Olympic Games, the National Stadium, which cost 3.03 billion yuan, and the
Weather report. At the season change, the temperature was always changing. But today is Sunday. The temperature is from 6 centigrade to 10 centigrade. That's all for today's news. See you next time.
See you.
Would you like to marry me?
Thank you. I'm appreciative of you, but please wait a moment, and I'm considering.
That's all. I only earn $22,000 a year, but I think I can. I can.
还第一个呢，太小了。
What should I do, Miss Larsen?
Want to get an answer? And do you still remember those sweet times? When we went to the kindergarten together, I just didn't like you, and I just kept on crying and said, "Don't worry, Harry, I'm always with you." And do you still want to be with me?
To tell you the truth, I forgot.
Okay. I'll go right now.
Hello. Graduate student. I haven't got any money. But I like driving cars and playing chess. I like the romantic pushes. And I think I can live a happy life.
I dare say it's the first time you propose with a girl because you read it steadily.
Yeah.
I'm not young anymore, and my salary is not high. Besides that, I'm not handsome, but
Yeah.
but honestly speaking, we have the same job, and in my opinion, during the time during our work time, we can attend to each other. And we have a lot of friends. Even though we don't have the same hobbies, but I think we we can get along with each other very well.
Okay, thank you. And I'd like to say again, please wait a moment. We are a lot in common, but I pay attention to your rings. You marry you marry before, and now you are divorced, but your rings are in your hand. Thank you, please wait. And I'm considering you are a handsome and you are a handsome guy, but I'm not sure if you are the best. So I should wait and you should wait. Thank you.
I'm a professor.
You are a professor and
yeah.
you are shy.
I can learn about a lot of money. I have a lot of beautiful clothes too.
That's all. Okay, thank you. And I'm considering, just now, four handsome guys proposed to me. All of them want to marry me, and you are the fifth. You can wait, and I'm considering. Thank you.
Today's news, I'm Betty.
I'm Smiler.
Now listen to the brief. Tornado hits Hamburg.
Cabinet with approval.
Ping pong diplomacy.
Disgraced professor.
A rare tornado wreaked havoc in the northern German city of Hamburg yesterday, tearing the roofs of houses, overturning cars and killing 2 people, authorities said. The southern district of Hamburg was hardest hit by the violent storm, which knocked down 3 cranes at a construction site, killing 2 operators, a police spokeswoman said. 2 others at the site also suffered injuries.
The Palestinian parliament overwhelmingly approved the new Hamas cabinet yesterday in a 71 to 36 vote. 2 parliamentarians abstained. After the vote, the incoming cabinet ministers at a session in the west city of Ramallah lined up to receive congratulatory kisses from the lawmakers. A simultaneous session was held in Gaza. The president was expected to swear in the minister tomorrow, 2 days after Elise's election that was held yesterday.
Ping pong diplomacy. A 25-member delegation from the United States started a 10-day visit to China on Sunday to mark the 36th anniversary of a historic ping pong diplomacy. In 1971, a U.S. table tennis delegation visited China, breaking the ice after 2 decades of estranged Sino-U.S. relations. In 1972, a Chinese table tennis team visited the U.S. The visit paved the way for normalization of bilateral ties. The move was widely known as ping pong diplomacy.
Tsinghua University dismissed its assistant dean of the School of Medicine last weekend because he lied about his academic experience on his job application. Liu Hui, a returned scholar from the U.S., also tried to pass off another person's thesis and his own. According to Fang Zhou, a Chinese scholar who runs a website exposing scientific plagiarism, China is now improving regulations regarding scientific and technological evaluation and rewards. Okay, now let's look at some numbers. See you next time.
See you.
.com. Mingle. Yeah, LDSmingle.com. And I didn't know about it, but I had a daughter that said, you need to get on LDS Mingle. Now, LDS stands for LDS Latter-day Saints, Mormon church people. So immediately I know that the person that was going to meet me on that site was going to have the same religious views that I have. Okay? So I put my picture, 3 or 4 pictures of me on there, and described myself and basically said, this is what I'd be looking for a wife, or someone I'd like to get acquainted with. She did the same thing. Her daughter put her on. Okay? Put her picture on the internet, on this website, and then they match you up based on what you'd like to have as a partner. Okay? And we came together about 92 or 95% well matched.
I see a lot of architecture and construction, so I see all of these high-rises going up, and I'm just amazed at all the concrete that you guys can get to put them up so fast. Because back home, we have a hard time. The concrete is becoming high demand. So I see here all these big, beautiful high-rises. So I'm really impressed. Really impressed, just by the sheer number of them.
Well, as I understand, maybe from 25, 40 years ago, the living standard was lower and we were less industrialized. So your country has become very industrialized and a little bit westernized. Walking in Beijing near Tiananmen Square, there are very many beautiful shopping malls, shopping stores. A lot of Western brands that I like to buy in America, and I looked at the prices, and in yuan, they're the same price as an American price. No deal. No, it's not a good deal. I could just buy the same item back in America for the same price. And these are those big stores that they're building in Beijing. So I can see how your country is becoming more industrialized and becoming closer to the Western society in some ways, in standard of living. And your universities are developing a great amount of students to have a good workforce and to increase your country's businesses and increase your industrial engineering. So I think that is good. Your country is developing this way and teaching you to become smarter and learn English so that you can work in the world economy.
And I like to collect old t-shirts. So, and then when I do my laundry, I'll have the other ones. And I have a bunch of, I have about 100-something t-shirts actually. I really like t-shirts. I don't have any fancy clothes. I spend all my money on t-shirts. That's a good question. Well, I have like certain girls that I'll call and we'll go on dates, but real casual, no pressure. A lot of good friends that way, but I'm kind of stubborn. I have my own plans. I have certain things I want to do before I get married, and one of them is travel. I like to travel. So
After you got a girlfriend, you cannot travel?
well,
will bother you?
Slow him down.
So, but I like, a couple of years I just picked up and moved to Maui. Now, if I was married, that might not happen.
Okay.
So, but I was able to do it because I was single. And then I was able to just pick up and move right back. So I like my freedom, and I like to be able to do my own schedule,
Lisa has walked up here to this part of the temple, which we have not ever been to before. This little film is the Taoist temple in the Laoshan Mountains, part of it just outside of Qingdao. Okay, now I'm just kind of up above on the side hill over some of the temples at the Taoist Tai Ching Palace. This is the Tai Ching Palace, Laoshan Mountain outside Qingdao, looking down into the rooftops of the temple complex. Another shot of part of the Tai Ching Palace complex. Taoist temple. And one of the upper temples at Tai Ching Palace. This represents the emperor who taught the ancient Chinese people to fish, hunt, and farm. There are three, again, gods or representatives here. This is the god or emperor who taught the people medicine or how to have good health and cure themselves. And this is on the right, the third god who was the ancestor or the origin of the Chinese people, or a representation thereof. One of the Taoist monks, they don't like you taking their pictures, so I have to be careful. Some statues of some of the famous past teachers and scholars in the Taoist history. Don't know who that is. Another famous scholar, a couple of friends conversing. This is some of the sales activity everywhere you go in China. Here's the little ladies selling their things outside of the they didn't like their picture taken. Some of them got up and left. Okay, on the Laoshan, on the way back to our place, there's our little Venice of boats over here.
The words, leave your footprints in my words. The word put off its make of vastness to its lover. It becomes small and one song, and one kiss of the eternal. It is the tears of the earth that keep her smiles in bloom. The mighty desert is burning for the love of a blade of glass, who shakes her hands and laughs and flies away. If you shed tears when you miss the sun, you also miss the stars. The suns in your way bend for your song and your movement, dancing water. Will you carry the burden of their lameness? Her wishful face haunts my dreams like the rain at night. Once we dreamed that we were strangers. We wake up to find that we were dear to each other. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, today I'd like to give you a speech made by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth in 1963 on Christmas. Since my last message of Christmas greetings to you all, the world has witnessed many great events and sweeping changes, but they are already a part of the long record of history. Now, as ever, the important time for mankind is the future. The coming years are full of hope and promise, and these can still be shaped by our will and action. The Christmas message of peace on earth, goodwill to all men, remain the same, but this can only be achieved by our will if we are truly ambitious for what is good and honorable. Humanity can only make progress by determination and concerted effort. One such concerted effort has been the campaign to free the world from hunger. I am very glad to know that the people of Commonwealth have responded so generously to the campaign. Much has been achieved, but there is still much to do. And on the day of your reunions and festivities, let us know the many and large people, young and old, scattered throughout the world. All my family joins me in sending every one of you best wishes of Christmas, and may God's blessing be with you. Thank you.
Welcome to today's morning news. I'm Joyce.
I'm Dilly.
Now the news in brief.
China's talk with EU, US over auto tariffs.
8 persons killed in vehicles in Canada.
Beijing Olympics tickets available in early 2007.
Qingdao's Olympic sim equipment to be ready next year.
Premier Wen back to Beijing after 4-nation visit.
周杰伦wins best performer at Hong Kong Film Awards.
US
considered the use of nuclear weapons against Iran. Now the news in detail. China talked with EU, US over auto tariffs. China said Sunday it has accepted a request from both the EU and the US for talking on auto tariff under the WTO trade dispute settlement mechanism. 8 men found killed in vehicles in Canada. Last Saturday, the bodies of 8 men were found inside 4 vehicles, which were abandoned in a remote wooded area on farmers' property in rural Ontario. Beijing Olympic tickets available in early 2007. Tickets for the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics will go on sale in early 2007, and those for the game's opening ceremony and the finals of some part events will be more expensive, according to the organizing committee of Beijing Olympic Games on Friday. The number of the tickets is yet to be determined, since some stadiums are still under construction and their seating capacity remains unknown. Now let's focus on the progress in Qingdao. Qingdao's Olympic sailing equipment to be ready next year. Qingdao, the site for sailing events for the 2008 Olympic Games, will get all equipment needed ready by June next year. According to the municipal government, the media center, the athletes village, and a logistics center are near their completion, and the design scheme of the competition venue was just determined in May, and the construction work is soon to begin. Some news abroad. U.S. considers use of nuclear weapon against Iran. The Bush administration is planning a massive bombing campaign against Iran, including use of bunker-buster nuclear bombs. Now today's news. After a wonderful weekend in such a wonderful spring, so today is a cloudy day, but I and Julie wish all of you a wonderful beginning of this week. That's all. Thank you.